Hello everyone, today we're talking about the universe, but the universe of a single task and how to turn that single task into your world through mindfulness and allowing that task to grow you as a person. Hello everyone, today we're talking about just focus, just a single task. Everything that gets done can only be done in a single task, and when you do that well and you become in flow state, that is happiness. Happiness is right there in front of you and the next thing you do if you allow it. So as always, I've got a quote on that subject, and that quote is, "Focus on the journey, not the destination. Joy is found not in finishing the activity, but in doing it." Greg Anderson. I remember going to an acupuncture person, and on their wall was a Chinese bloke, and he had like all cool Chinese stuff and, a little bit of Taoism, a few things. And he had this story of this Chinese doctor who had done studies that said your life is basically a number of heartbeats. It's quite smart if you think about it. Whether it's completely medically proven isn't important. Let's just ditch that and let's look at the lesson. He said that your life is a series of heartbeats. So for example, if you've lived to 80 years, that might be 800 million heartbeats. If you lived to 40 years, it might be 400 million heartbeats. And he was of the belief that your heart only had so many beats in it. So why rush? Why stress? Why try and do 5 things at once? Because all you do is increase the heartbeat and shorten your life. And I thought, wow, what a cool story there to slow down and really take things in. My personal story regarding how I came across focus was my multitasking. I used to work at a corporate job which never seemed to be able to get done. I had 3 computers, and I think I had 4 computer screens on one desk. I know, crazy, right? So a computer for running reports, a computer for my email, and another computer I think for graphics and things like that, and web stuff that was going on. And I used to try and do it all at once because I believe that multitasking was a real thing. I heard people talk about it. You should be able to multitask, or multitasking gets things done, and I bought into it. And now I look back, can't believe I got anything done under those circumstances. Everything was constantly unfinished. So I learned more about mindfulness, and I used everything as a chance to be mindful, and now I finish and complete things with quality. So what are 5 ways to actually get this done? Because I know you've all been told to multitask. I know you're all used to going your job and doing 2 or 3 things at once, and you really want to prove that this works. So how do we do it? Well, number 1, pause and consider. Think about what you're about to do, plan it out, and take a breath. So often things are byproducts of what we're currently doing, and there's no pause or stopping. We're just going from one crisis to another, putting out smoke here, looking for the next fire. Pause and consider what you're about to do. Breathe, and what you'll find is that it will unfold in front of you. Number 2, notice your fear. Fear is used in many words. Procrastination is probably my favorite. We are all sometimes scared of doing something new or taking on a big task. It's important to notice that fear, because what that fear does is unfortunately stops us from starting and keeps us involved in multiple projects. Most people's fear is to do one thing very, very well and fail. They like to do lots and lots of things very, very poorly and fail, because then they can blame their distractions. Notice your fear, feel it, sit with it. Begin to understand that it has nothing, it does not own you, it is weakness, and it leaves the body, and begin then. Number 3, make the task your universe. Your conscious observation of the waveform collapses it into a particle, a singularity, an atom, which then creates reality. That's straight from quantum physics, right? So your universe, in reality, as a conscious observer, is only what you're doing right now. I know intellectually that we know that Mars exists, right? However, what quantum mechanics tells us is that when you're not looking, Mars isn't there, or the moon would be an example. When you're not looking at the moon, it's not there. I know it's crazy. Maybe you want to check this research out a little bit later, but what I'm telling you is whether you want to make it or not, whatever you're doing right now is the universe. So treat it with that sort of respect. Number 4, stay on task. There will be things that seem more important than what you're doing at the time, according to the mind. The mind will tell you all sorts of stuff. Time to check your smartphone, Instagram, Facebook, time to get a coffee. Stay on the task. There's nothing more rewarding than, for example, getting a coffee or getting a drink of water. Once you've finished the task, there's nothing more annoying than constantly being taken away from a task, not to be able to get the results you want. And finally, 5, bow when you're done. Now, this is an ancient Eastern and even a medieval technique. Thank yourself. thank yourself for doing the task, and thank yourself for doing it with quality and being focused. Your body likes to be thanked. Your brain, your ego, your soul, everything likes to be thanked. We all like to be thanked. And when you thank yourself and acknowledge what you've just done, you're more likely to do it in the future. Multitasking is a myth. In fact, the brain doesn't even multitask. What it does is it switches between single tasks very quickly and loses focus on what it's doing. Don't fall into the trap. Do one thing the best you can in this moment, and that's all that anyone can ask. Something to think about. I can't wait to see you till tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.